end of the year, China's GDP adjusted to the country's relatively low. That means even though a typical person in China they're American.
We have in our midst a very inspirational and enlightening personality, Dr. Subramanian Swamy. May I hear a huge round of applause for him, please? I request our faculty event coordinator of Odyssey 12, Sir Rajiv Narvekar, to escort Dr. Subramanian Swamy to the dais. Thank you, sir, and a warm welcome to you, Dr. Subramanian Swamy. On behalf of all the Saraswat BBA students, I request Mr. Sharve Kerkar, Student Event Coordinator of Odyssey 12, to present Dr. Subramanian Swamy with a floral token. On behalf of the entire faculty of Saraswat College, I request Dr. Santosh Patkar, Principal, to present Dr. Subramanian Swamy with a floral token. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the entire management of Saraswat BBA, I request Mr. Pradeep Joshi to present Dr. Subramanian Swamy with a floral token. Thank you, sir. I now request Sir Rajiv Narvekar to take over the program.
Very good evening to one and all present here. On Silver Jubilee occasion of Saraswat Vidyalaya Sridhara Kakula College of Commerce and Management Studies, the BBA department, better known as Saraswat BBA, as a faculty event coordinator, I welcome you all for this thought-provoking evening. The BBA program offered by our college was started in the year 2000. It was in the year 2004, the first management festival of Goa, Odyssey, was born. This was an initiative by then students, supported by faculty members, principal, and the management. What you are witnessing now, ladies and gentlemen, is the 12th edition of Odyssey. Although the idea of doing things differently, that is having a keynote speaker during our program, was floated to a couple of earlier batches, it is the current batch of TY students under the leadership of Student Event Coordinator, Mr. Sharvi Kerkar, who took it as a challenge, and that's the reason we all are here. Hence, I would request you all to give a big round of applause to these young minds of Saraswat BBA. As we all know, Dr. Subramanian Swamy is here to offer the keynote as a keynote speaker. I'm very proud and fortunate to give some info about Dr. Subramanian Swamy. We have tried to condense, in one page, although it can run into a number of pages. He fought the emergency imposed by Srimati Indira Gandhi in 1975 and entered Indian Parliament undetected, in spite of arrest warrant, in August 1976, and escaped again abroad to oppose the emergency. Has been elected 5 times as Member of Parliament, 3 times in Lok Sabha, and 2 times for Rajya Sabha, and twice MP Lok Sabha from Mumbai, Maharashtra. He has been Union Minister for Commerce, Law and Justice, and also Chairman with Cabinet rank, Commission on Labour Standard and International Trade. He got the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, the Hindu pilgrim route, open from Chinese for Hindu pilgrims, and was in the first batch to go there. He got a stay from Supreme Court against the demolition of Ram Setu. Was instrumental for exposure of 2G corruption involving Raja, Chidambaram and others. Prevented Sonia Gandhi from becoming Prime Minister in 2004. He is an economist and not a lawyer, but successfully fought numerous PILs and corruption cases in various courts of India. He has filed a case in Supreme Court against the EVM used in elections, and the Election Commission has now conceded to Dr. Swamy's suggestion to give paper printout which can be stored and counted in case of dispute in the EVM records. He advocated disbanding of Soviet Union-based socialist economic policies and implementing market-based liberalized economic reforms in the country. During the recent times, he was the first person to expose the UPA government for its various scams and create hope that the BJP NDA could get a majority to form the central government. So once again, students, parents, invitees, and friends, on the occasion of Silver Jubilee celebration of Saraswat Vidyalaya Sridhara Kakula College of Commerce and Management Studies, Saraswat BBA in its 12th edition of Odyssey, the biggest undergraduate management fest in Goa, I present to you an economist, a Harvard professor, and a senior BJP leader, Dr. Subramanian Swamy.
Thank you. Thank the Saraswat group of colleges, XII, the BBA students, for this opportunity to speak to you on a topic which is going to be very important in the coming 10 years. At present, when I speak about the ISIS, or more accurately the ISC, threat to India, it looks like something very remote. But it's gathering momentum very fast, and it will be only a matter of 2-3 years before we will see the ISIS on our borders. So therefore, I thought I would address this topic here today and try and prepare the country for the kind of threats we will face and the sacrifices we have to make to fight it. ISIS is a merger of 9 terrorist groups in the borders of Iraq and Syria. It's a Sunni group, and its backbone was those army people who were part of the Saddam Hussein army, and after the American invasion and takeover of Iraq, that army was disbanded and these people became unemployed, and suddenly this new development helped these military people become part of the fighting force of the ISIS. Today they occupy a pretty large section of Syrian and Iraqi territories, and they have taken over the oil fields of Iraq, and therefore they have become the richest terrorist group. Terrorism is a violent method to overawe a civilian population. Terrorists rarely fight armies. They injure, kill civilians to create a fear and to overawe the civilian population so that the government of that country is forced to make concessions and ultimately capitulate. Today we have this problem that we face because ISIS is now declared that all Muslims are citizens of what they call as the Caliphate. The Caliphate was originally founded for the first time in 700 AD.